Partly cloudy skies rolling through the ヴaiλ Valley, and a chance of showers as we prepare for our men's race. Quite a crowd has gathered here in the ヴaiλ Valley for this 2001 UCI Uncle Ben's Rice Mountain Bike World Championships. Miguel Martinez, plate number 1, the defending champion from Sierra Nevada, Spain last year, will be leading the way, and Miguel Martinez just barely making it to ヴaiλ as we are off and running. The situation's happening in the United States and the air travel. Miguel Martinez was stranded in Europe and today is racing on a borrowed bike as his bicycle did not make the trip over from Europe with him, but he is leading the charge up the opening climb here on this men's race as the fans are also heading up the hills to catch a glimpse of this colorful pack on the opening loop here in ヴaiλ, Colorado, as we now move to the first downhill section, the Jetta jump. And look at the train coming through here, rider after rider. A lot of the guys choosing to throw the bike over the shoulder, some of them bouncing off trees as they make their way down, and our race leader getting through early. It's the 1998 world champion. This is Michael Rasmussen. A correction there, the 1999 world champion from RA Sweden, Michael Rasmussen from Denmark. And he is holding pace with the lead right now, but look at the hungry group that's developing behind him, as a lot of our favorites still yet to make a mark here, but Michael Rasmussen coming through the streets of ヴaiλ Village with a lead here on the opening lap at the 2001 World Mountain Bike Championships as they go into the Tissot Arch. Lap number 2 as we are 27 minutes into this race. Look at that average speed, 22.4 kilometers per hour. And Rasmussen has been brought back into the fold as Cache Lukes, the rider out of New Zealand, has now taken the race lead. Rasmussen in second as we move back to the downhill section. And yet another lead change. Cache Lukes has surrendered it to Michael Rasmussen once again, moving into the race lead. The rider out of Denmark, again the 1999 world champion, riding for the Haro Lee Dungarees team. It's a beautiful day developing here in the ヴaiλ Valley. A beautiful afternoon, the sun coming out on a incredible fall afternoon. Riders, speaking of fall, riders going down right there as you see them trying to make their way through this treacherous Jetta jump. This section, of course, has seen quite a bit of erosion with numerous riders coming through here over the course of these world championships, and it's become more and more technical. But one rider that has been able to master it so far is Michael Rasmussen, the 1999 world champion out of Denmark. And he is having a good ride. Michael, no stranger to racing here in the Colorado Rockies, has raced in the Mercury Tour just up north of here in Steamboat Springs numerous times and found success in that mountain bike stage race. And look at this, a new challenger. It is Rolling Green, the Canadian. Rolling Green, the Canadian, the overall World Cup champion, who skipped a couple of World Cup races in Europe to concentrate on these World Championships, has overtaken Michael Rasmussen and the race lead here. Lap number 3, the average speed dropping just a little bit, 21.9 miles per hour. Michael Rasmussen now sitting in second, Rolling Green in the lead. A trio of riders developing behind our two leaders. It is indeed Christoph Sauser, Cadel Evans, the Australian racer, and Thomas Frischneck. 4 times a silver medalist in World Championship competition. Of course, the 1996 world champion out of Switzerland, Thomas Frischneck. As you see the whole group coming through here, and then we go back to your race leader, Rolling Green from Canada, and he is absolutely flying down the lower slopes of the mountain and heading into ヴaiλ Village. We go, Rolling Green, Michael Rasmussen, the Danish rider, hot on his tail. And these riders have one more complete loop to go here on this World Championship course as we are now looking at some action from the Lions Head Loop and a treacherous little switchback section down through the Aspen Grove here. Rolling Green still leading the charge. Michael Rasmussen, along with a couple of Swiss riders, and then it's Sir Bart Brinchens, the 1996 Olympic gold medalist. He is filtering into the mix as well. And on the 3rd lap, it is Rolling Green still holding his court at the front of this race. Michael Rasmussen, the Danish rider, in second, followed by the chasers, which include Thomas Frischneck. Frischneck, ironically, racing in San Francisco, California last weekend in the San Francisco Grand Prix, a road event, 124 miles, which also featured the likes of 3-time Tour de France winner Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong's U.S. Postal Service teammate winning that race. But a good ride for Thomas Frischneck there. He was 19th in that event and having a good ride here with a group of riders, including his Swiss teammate, Christoph Sauser, Cadel Evans there in the Australian jersey, and Sir Bart Brentjens riding for the Netherlands. As we go back to our race leader, it is Cadel Evans, the Canadian, with a phenomenal ride going on here. Michael Rasmussen still sitting in second place, coming through the Jetta drop area. You see the time ticking there. It is Michael Rasmussen in second, 1:51 and counting. On a beautiful afternoon here in the Colorado Rockies. And the chasers, the group is forming behind. There is Cadel Evans running his Cannondale bike through as we near the bottom of the Val Village Loop. And Michael Rasmussen with some technical difficulties. Rasmussen has flatted. A flat rear tire for Michael Rasmussen. The 1999 world champion from RA Sweden has flatted late in this race with about 1.5 miles to go. And, Roland Green, the Canadian, is now off and running. As we see the chasers trying to reel him in. Cadel Evans trying to give it a go there. But it is the Canadian racer, the Canadian, Roland Green, holding on to that race lead with about 1 mile to go. We saw it earlier in the women's race. Allison Dunlap, the first to the top of that Gold Peak climb, and she coasted the rest of the way. There's no coasting here at the back of the pack. Thomas Frischneck putting a move on his Swiss teammate Christoph Sauser. They have moved into second and third respectively. And it is Roland Green, the Canadian, again skipping 2 World Cup races to concentrate on this World Championship event here in Vail, Colorado. And indeed, it is mission accomplished for Roland Green, the Canadian. Oh, Canada will be playing at our awards ceremony this afternoon. Roland Green, the first Canadian male to win a cross-country world championship title. Roland Green across the finish line, your 2001 World Mountain Bike Champion, Roland Green. And the battle for second place is on. And it is Thomas Frischneck, a 4-time second place finisher in World Champ competition. Now make that a 5-time second place finisher to add to his gold medal from the 1996 World Championships. And Christoph Sauser, his countryman, coming in with the bronze medal. A fantastic race for the Swiss team. And there we see Michael Rasmussen coming in and fighting so valiantly with that flat tire, and Jose Antonio Hermida coming up, giving him a very sportsmanlike pat on